Welcome back. The next thing that we are going to do is navigate over to your Gmail account. Now, you may or may not have been using your Gmail on a regular basis this year. Totally fine with whatever you happen to be doing. If you are not sure how to navigate over there for any reason, just make sure you go over to your app stack once again and select Gmail. All right. Once everyone is into Gmail, depending on your usage, you're going to have a lot of things on here. And you can see that V has, I don't know if they've ever cleaned it. Well, they haven't cleaned it certainly in a long time. Because if I look over here, I can see they have 338 emails, which actually isn't that bad, to be honest. And each page will show 50. And you can have it go showing you the oldest first or the newest first. I don't know why you do the oldest first, but anyway, there we go. So let's clean up the email a bit because chances are you don't need everything that's in there, especially as you get older and there's a lot more communication from your teachers. Once again, this is your professional email. So you're not emailing your, Grammy and Grandpa on here. That's for your personal, unless you're sharing with them maybe a school project that you want some feedback on. That's different. You would only be emailing your friends if it is a question or collaboration about something school related. And when you email a teacher, it's really important that you are using a professional voice with those emails. Let me show you an example because V does an amazing job with this. Every single time they are very, very consistent. Okay, I'm going to go down here where they had communication with Mrs. Hawksford. So in their very first email, they begin with the greeting, Dear Mrs. Hawksford. Everything's capitalized as it should be. There's a comma. Then it's a very simple statement. I need to complete 2 service hours for the last trimester. I was wondering if I could assist you in pre-K before or after school. Thank you so much for considering this opportunity. And then they have a closing, like sincerely, and their name. The other thing that they've done is they've made sure to CC me on it. So my name is up here as well. Then we have Mrs. Hawksford's reply. And down below that, you can see that V wrote back because there was a need to communicate further. And every time we're doing our best to remember to always include a parent on there. If you're not sure what that means to CC someone, if you haven't done that, what it looks like is this. If I'm over here and I have my to, I'm writing to who I want it to go to. So if I'm communicating with another adult, not another student, but another adult, then let's just say I have it to, I'll send one to Mrs. Birmingham. And if I'm sending one to Mrs. Birmingham, I also need to make sure I am CCing. Now you'll notice here it says CC. That means closed caption, not closed caption. Carbon copy. Don't know what I'm doing. Carbon copy. So you're making sure that they can see it. BCC means it's blind communication there. So it's a blind carbon copy. You can't, the person who is BCC'd is not visible to the person you're sending it to. So if I have Mrs. Birmingham here, if I CC V on it, going the opposite, and I BCC Mrs. Myers, what that means is Mrs. Birmingham gets it, V sees it, Mrs. Birmingham knows that V sees it, but Mrs. Birmingham doesn't know that Mrs. Myers sees it. That's what all of those things mean. For your sake, you really won't use BCC, okay? You'll be using CC. If you can't remember that, just include that your parent or guardian or the other adult on that line. If for any reason, don't know why, but if for any reason you cannot CC your parent or guardian about that, make sure you CC another teacher at the school. So if you have a homeroom teacher and an aide in your room, just CC it to both of those people. Maybe it's like a surprise. I don't know what to do for this, Valentine gift that I'm creating for my parent, and could you help me with it? You could do something like that. Anyway, back to the cleanup though. We've had our little professional versus personal talk. So, send Grammy and Pop Pops an email from a personal account that your parents can help you set up. All right, so we're over here and we're doing a little cleanup. I'm going back to the inbox, and there are a lot of emails on here. A lot of things that are just when they go into Google Classroom, you can see all of the notes that have come through on there. So we can do a couple of things. If you want to be able to save these, you create a folder just like we did in Google Drive, but you do that over on this side here. So if I scroll down the list to more, I can see create new label. So over here, if there's one teacher I communicate with a lot, I could put it in there. And maybe it's just homeroom teacher 25. Okay, homeroom teacher 25. And then create. Now I can see over here, I will have that created right down here, homeroom teacher 25. Then if I want to save one of these emails over there, I just click. So Mrs. Birmingham is their homeroom teacher. I can click on that and I can drag any that I've clicked on right over here under homeroom teacher 25, and it will take them out of my email thread and stick it over there. I'm not going to do that to them because they haven't opened these yet. Now, the other thing is sometimes you just get a lot of email and you don't want most of it. This is the most helpful tool of all. So bouncing over here, I'm going to undo those for a second. This little square up here where it says select, when you click that, it's going to select all of them. Now, I have the option of going through and going, okay, I want to read that one. I need to read that one. And you'll see it's taking the blue highlight off. I want to read that one and I need that one. And you can scroll as far down as you want until you get to the end of the 50. Then you can bounce back up here where there are some really important buttons. This one is archive. Archive means it puts it in a folder, but you can get it back. Trash can puts it in the trash can, and you don't ever get it back. What's nice about just putting things in archive is, first of all, as a student, you're not limited to storage. So you can throw everything in archive. I would personally recommend just throwing everything in archive. When I'm going to unselect this just so I don't accidentally click on it, but when you want to look for something again, like I archived that message from Mrs.